Do you ever break into that 2 a.m. cold sweat with the financial fear gripping tighter than a damp sheet? Well, these guys in the top 1%, they don't. In fact, they already have more passive income streaming into their pockets than they ever need to live on. And here's the thing they do so without lifting a finger. And if you're saying to yourself, wow, I wish I can do that too, well, good news is you can. You see, it's not just at the top 1% like Warren Buffett who are laughing all the way to the bank. In fact, thousands upon thousands of ordinary people just like you and us are doing this as well. But how? We'll show you right now, and it's all about investing in income-producing assets. So today, we will show you the 7 things that the top 1% always look for when it comes to growing their wealth without lifting a finger. These are the things that the top 1% have been using for decades and are tried and true, but you may not have heard of them before. Well, at least until today. And at the end, we're also going to talk to you about the things that you must avoid like the Black Plague if you don't want your dreams of financial freedom to come to a crashing halt. Before we do that, let us compare how most Americans approach retirement versus how the top 1% does. Guys, think of it this way. It's like you're struggling uphill in a battered Corolla, towing a hefty boat behind you. Pedal to the metal, but you're barely moving inches. Meanwhile, in the lane next to you is a Ford 150, towing a grander vessel, right? Think of these people as a 1%. They're cruising along effortlessly as it's another day at the beach. The experience is night and day, right? You see, most American plans for retirement involves their company's 401k plan, savings, or investing in mutual funds. This is totally different from what the top 1% does. If you study wealthy people, they don't focus on 401k plans or IRAs. Instead of giving their money to the firms like Vanguard or Fidelity, they take a different approach. Did you know that 90% of the top 1% got and or maintain their wealth by investing in income-producing real estate? According to the 2020 Knight Frank report, historically, real estate has been the most lucrative asset class for high net worth individuals. Why? Well, that's because income-producing real estate possesses these 7 characteristics that are a must when the top 1% consider investing. Ever tap into the power of OPM? No, it's not another rap song, it's other people's money. And here's the inside scoop. The top 1% frequently secure their real estate using bank loans. Effectively, they make the bank their silent partner. Even though the bank actually foots like 65 to 80% of the bill, they actually have no say in the operations. You, on the other hand, might cover just 20 to 35%, but end up owning the whole deal. And the real magic? Your tenants. Not only do the tenants ensure steady cash flow, but they also diligently reduce your loan balance. In essence, the bank funds most of your investments and the tenants build your equity. It's a strategic masterpiece at its best. We hint at this gem before. Passive cash flow is the income streaming into your account, no hands-on work required. Here's a nugget that many overlook. Come retirement, it's not about that lump sum in your IRA or your 401k plan that you should focus on. No, when you're selling to those golden years around 65 or 68, you need consistent inflow of cash to manage expenses and maintain your lifestyle. Real appreciation is like planting a tree. Initially, it may seem small and insignificant, but over time, with proper care and the right condition, it grows steadily, becoming more valuable and substantial than it was first planted. Just as the tree's growth can be subtle year after year, the real appreciation of an asset might not always be immediately evident, but its growth over time can be substantial. We all felt the dizzying up and downs of this generation inflation ride, with the very word inflation triggering some uneasy memories of soaring prices. Yet in the realm of real estate, we, the Kitty Sisters, have a favorite saying. We love inflation. Inflation makes us money. Inflation can be a boon for real estate investors as inflation causes the general cost of goods and services to rise. Property values and rents typically increases, boosting the investor's returns. Additionally, those fixed-rate mortgages, they benefit us because those payments remain constant even though the potential rent growth can continue to increase. Essentially, the real value of their debt diminishes over time due to inflation. Plus, tangible assets like real estate serve as a hedge against the depreciating value of cash during inflationary periods. In short, while inflation erodes the cash purchasing power, it often enhances the worth and returns of real estate investments. Did you know that many Americans, the earnings from January to roughly June are essentially earmarked for Uncle Sam? Although not in a literal sense, a significant chunk of your paychecks fill his treasury. Okay guys, pop quiz time. How do you keep more of your hard-earned cash? The answer? Pay less taxes. Imagine amplifying your earnings without making any more effort and watching your pocket grow heavier by the end of the day. That's the beauty of real estate investing, especially multifamily apartments property. They stand out, offering the most attractive tax advantages compared to other real estate sectors. Think of generational wealth as a majestic oak tree. Once it's rooted, it stands tall, sheltering generations beneath it through its sprawling branches. You see films of ancestors' portraits hanging prominently over a hearth, right? A testament to their lasting legacy. If you go for such a legacy, anchor your family's wealth is a key step to that. Real estate isn't a fleeting venture. It has withstood wars, depressions, countless recessions, and even a global pandemic. Given that shelter ranks as a foundational human necessity just after water and shelter, it's logical to deduce that as long as humanity endures, there will always be a demand for quality housing. Thus, it stands to reason that using real estate is an important strategy to maintain your wealth for generations to come. Do you believe that people like Oprah, Jeff Bezos, and other top 1%ers personally manage their extensive real estate portfolio? Think again. Jeff Bezos probably spends more time luxuriating on his mega yacht than poring over the property details. And the good news is you can adopt the same approach. This hands-off strategy is achieved by leveraging other people's 3 T's. Time, team, and tools of expertise, entrusting your investment to seasoned professionals. These specialists have the fiduciary duty to safeguard and augment your assets, bringing years of expertise to the table so that you don't have to learn all the intricacy from scratch. Now that you learn the things that the top 1% always make sure is checked off when they are growing their wealth, let's look at the things that you need to avoid pronto. Fundamentally sound investments. Picture this: an investment without a solid foundation is like a house built on sand. It might look shiny and impressive for a hot minute, but give it some time or a gentle breeze, and you'll be fishing for your fortune in a pile of rubble. It's always wise to ensure your investment has the leg to stand tall, or better yet, to dance through the market downturns. After all, wouldn't you rather be the tortoise with a sturdy shell than the hare scrambling to fix its flimsy burrow? Always prioritize substance over show, right? Be aware of the allure of oversized return promise. They often look like those too good to be true diet that promises you'll drop 20 pounds in a week. Tempting? Absolutely. Realistic and sustainable? Probably not. Investing isn't a game of magic beans or fairy tales. It requires diligence, patience, and a healthy dose of skepticism. While the world might love a quick fix remedy, but remember this: if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Stick with the tried and true and always read the fine print. Real estate stands tall as an enduring asset class, not just because it represents tangible wealth, but because it caters to a fundamental human necessity: shelter. From the ancient dwellings of our ancestors to the modern skyline that we marvel today, real estate has always been more than just bricks and mortars. It's about securing a space in this world. And as long as people roam the earth, there will be a demand for a place to call home, making real estate an investment in humanity's evergreen needs. Now that you've learned how to raise your wealth game to the level of the top 1%, go and watch this video on how we bought this land to turn into millions of dollars.